Balls.
Like,
Oh my
Immediately.
God, how
Immediately.
crass.
Balls.
Disgusting. How dare you?
Alright, the stream's unmuted. Okay,
Hi.
so,
Hello.
alright, so. Welcome to the stream, everybody. We're going to be starting momentarily.
What's momentarily and why are we going to be starting it?
Aqua, I'm going to pick you up and put you back down again.
What is this?
Uppies, yay!
Uppies.
Yeah.
Upsies.
We are
In
currently,
England, we
we're currently down one player character. They will be joining us next week because they are at work. So, to begin tonight's session. Fuck the music. So, to begin, welcome one and all to the Cleansed Rift. A land of troubled and interesting history. The year now stands at 980 post-Rift, marking 980 years since the gods were banished from this world by the immortal Emperor, sealing them into the astral planes, so they could not interfere in mortal affairs ever again. It has been a long time since then, and many nations have formed or reformed in the ashes of what came before. However, this is not a tale of grandeur, not yet anyway. As we come to a small island in the archipelago sequestered away from the politics and the grander scale of the world. Out here, the only thing that really matters is if you can get by with what you have. And for our group of player characters here, you find yourself on the unfortunate end of fate. Having been stranded here for whatever reasons, whether by birth or shipwreck or choice, you have ended up on this island with no way out, as you lack the gold. The only ship that comes to this island, called Abport, is a merchant ship from the Kingdom of Valar that comes around once a month and costs 50 gold for transit. An outrageous sum, but not negotiable in the slightest, unfortunately. And it's in these circumstances, with you all hoping to find a way back to the wider world, or into it for the first time if you were so born here. That is where we pick up, as you find yourselves in this point of trouble. The first point, of course, is, of course, to check if there are any jobs in the area, and that is where we pick up, as there is a new job posted in the local tavern, the Laughing Tankard. Posted on the bulletin board at the front entrance. Right here. A job. High paying, about 60 to 70 gold on completion. But it does not come without its dangers. As the job lists that there's been an undead outbreak in the local graveyard. A cause unknown. And it is requested upon all of you to figure out the cause of this outbreak. And if you were to take this job, and if you were to complete it successfully, it might just be your ticket off this island. And that is where we pick up.
wow.
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 Uh,
Wow.
I mean, I do like gold.
That is.
I sure
yeah.
hope so.
Yeah, I sure hope you do.
Coin. Coin god. Coin.
I love them
Getting my-
already.
Still getting all my shit organized. Forgive me.
No.
So,
Alright.
as you look at your nearby companions to be, as all of you seem to be the type to take up this job, I would like you from left to right to please describe your characters.
Ooh.
Okay. You see a very, very short Kanku, around not but 4 feet in height, tiptoeing to even see the board over the rest of you. And with slight chirps, some whistles accompanied, and a soft repetition of the word coin. She wears a cloak, hooded, so that most of her is obscured, though you can see her beak protrude from this cloak, along with her little beady eyes, as she twiddles with her hands, and it seems to be fiddling with something uh, beneath her cloak. Though what it can be, uh, you don't know just yet.
Ooh.
Queen, queen.
Alright. Next among this group of individuals,
Standing at about 5'4", with a tan, brown, and orange carapace, dressed in a beige cloak, and a bag slung over their shoulder, with a antenna adorned with some nice jewelry, stands Gultak, kind of eyeing the board, seeing what would make them the most coin. That's it. They're pretty silent. They're not striking up any conversation.
alright. Next along the list, Aqua, could you please introduce your character?
Hello, my character is Heather Rain Tethys, which has interesting initials.
Yeah.
Purple to pinkish hair. You can with slightly glowing, although not that much, and you'd have to squint to see it. More of a reflective sheen, rather, over her eyes. She's dressed as a mechanic, essentially. She's got some light armoring over one of her arms, not too much. A little bit over her shins, kneecaps. But other than that, she's dressed rather lightly, not really for combat especially. But she is slightly lighter weight, however, than someone who would usually be wearing armor over their arms and legs, because she only has armor over one of her arms because the other one isn't there. Which, I mean, easy way to lose weight, I suppose. Either way, she's staring at the board, not hugely paying attention to her compatriots, question mark, next to her. Although she is giving them a glance side to side a bit, crossed arms, staring at the board.
Crossed arm.
Well, yes, that's actually how would that like just sort of just
You
one
just be
arm?
holding like your shoulder or something.
You know, yeah, she's holding the top part of her other arm, bandaged as it may be. So yeah, that's Heather or Rain, I suppose.
Alright.
I guess that'd be me because our other person is not there.
Yeah. I'll actually just hide them
So-
down. There we go.
Yeah, so nearby the board, although not quite looking directly at it, there seems to be a somewhat taller, a taller furbolg, sort of like crouched down, looking along the cracks of the Laughing Tankard, and seemingly she's picking at a small mushroom that is kind of growing out of the crack in between the wall and the floor. But as she stands, you see a fairly tall, about 6'6" furbolg. Degenerates. She's got, she's all blue. Her hair is this nice seafoam green. She's got these two horns coming out of the top of her head. Her ears are pointed. She's got this nice cloak around her as well. She looks to be as if maybe a researcher or a doctor of some sort. And if you look very closely, there's slight spores coming off of her cloak that surrounds her.
Oh no, I feel like someone's gonna get sick next to you.
Alright.
Mushroom.
And take a quick glance at the companions around you. Upon the board, you see the instructions for this job are to talk to the innkeeper within the tavern for more information. As we pick up tonight's session.
Okay.
Oh. And
Well,
Hmm.
Mia kind of bends back down, looking again at this mushroom and picking at it slightly.
oh.
Don't know what to do.
The tiny Kenku kind of pitters her way over to the large furbolg and looks up, tilting her head.
Oh.
Hmm?
What?
She
Huh?
turns her attention away from the mushroom.
Oh, it's
Glupacker's
right in
just
the
kinda
world.
watching this interaction in accord. Oh my god! Oh.
Heather became large.
This is appealing to someone.
Oh no!
Oh no.
Um,
Feelings,
hmm.
Heather just walks over to the door and opens it with one arm. Well, of course, one arm. Anyway,
Still, point still.
I'm going to make a lot of this mistake, aren't I?
The door swings open without effort. It is a basic swing door.
Wonderful.
Within, as you step inside the tavern,
I'm gonna
you
follow.
see a decently sized room. A few people around various tables. And behind the bar, you see a older gentleman, probably in his late 30s, currently cleaning out a set of mugs, glancing up as you all make your way inside. And sat on the side of the bar, you see a goblin. dressed up in a standard set of clothes for the area. Takes a quick glance back, the two exchange a word, and they sidle off of the bar as you make your way with it.
The Kenku looks up at this Furbolg and repeats her phrase.
Ah, it's beautiful.
And then shifts her attention to Gultak and kind of falls in behind this wall, kind of peeking through the door.
Gultak's gonna kind of try and meet you on your level a bit and like gesture for you to come follow them.
Huh?
And
Nope,
they're gonna
that
make their
was-
way over to the bar.
Huh?
And hopefully not get jumped in the process.
Immediately, encounter.
A bar fight
This will-
starts.
As these two pass, Heather seems to notice Whistle kind of eyeing the robes of Gultak and the jewelry as they're walking. She
Tries to
seems a
what?
bit transfixed.
Fixed on the shinies. I just like to think Whistle just kind of like hops up and just barely pulls himself onto like a bar stool. It's like,
Yeah, she like kind of hops up on one of the stools and like struggles to get up.
As you make your way over to the bar, you see the barkeeper is about to say something before the goblin cuts them off. Couldn't help but notice that to looking at the board, you wouldn't have to be taking the job, are you?
Drop, hit.
I speak to them through telepathy. We're interested in it. Why?
They give a slight wince as you speak through telepathy, obviously not expecting it. Or like blinked for a second. At this point, the barkeeper speaks up. Well, we've already had one come through for the job, but they haven't come back yet. I don't know why the bulletin's still posted. We need that sorted sooner rather than later. If that outbreak spreads, it could pose trouble for the entire island.
Not come back. Trouble.
Now, Mare is the one paying the bill, if you're curious.
Furbolg doesn't even look like she's fully interested in the whole mission. She looks more curious about the outbreak itself and the concept of it. Maybe looking to do research, but she does not look like a fighter from an outside appearance. And just leaning
Heather.
against the wall, listening in.
So,
Heather sort of. Oh,
pauses as you begin to speak.
oh, sorry. Heather looks over to the goblin and sort of just asks her, not sounding fully interested, but a bit curious. What if one were to take this job? What would we need to expect? How does it? Are there any
Well-
precautions?
Well, it's an
that would need
undead
to be
outbreak,
taken?
so weapons, probably preferable. Something to cut them down
Well-
with. I don't know, I've never fought a zombie before.
I mean, I'm not too sure that's all too common of an occurrence.
crossbow.
The Kenku kind of gestures in the shape of like a crossbow, trying to mimic it shooting.
That's so cute.
Heather looks over at the Kenku and just sort of looks at them for a few seconds and then nods approvingly at them. Going,
Let's go. I kind of look over to the goblin and ask, what is the area like? Any terrain to expect?
Well, that I can at least speak on. They lean up against the side of the bar as they, like, eyes cock up slightly, so they've been thinking. Well, there's the fog bank that's rolled in this morning, so expect poor visibility until you're right on the graveyard. It's not too far to the northwest, by the edge of the forest, well, the marsh. It's an old place. We use it. It's the graveyard of the island, of course. So it's used quite regularly for both paying respects and, of course, burials. So the path is well worn. It's a stupid pun. You should feel bad. I don't know what to tell you. It's a graveyard. It's a little run down in places, especially where the outbreak's taking place. It's in the older part of the graveyard, right up against the marsh.
even with the outbreak, would we need to dispose of the bodies in a certain way? Will we have to? I mean, I assume these are the former patrons of the graveyard? Is that?
I think for a second. The particular area that's had the outbreak is the old quarter. Bodies that were there before the rift. So, we're talking 900 to 1,000-year-old corpses. If you need to burn them, you can burn them. If you want to rebury them, that's up to you.
Hmm.
Doesn't sound
Very well.
fairly difficult. It doesn't sound very difficult. How many should we have to expect to fight?
Well, from what one of the... what the scouts reported back, to what we put the bulletin up in response to, there was a good dozen that had burst out of their graves and had attacked the patrons at the time. They managed to flee with their lives. Thankfully, no one died. However, it needs to be sorted out quick. We don't have anyone else on the island who is really capable of fighting such a horde. Which is why we're sending out to mercenaries.
Is there any clue why these zombies could have started existing?
If you want to find out, be my guest. I mean, the mayor will probably play... leans forward. The mayor will probably pay you a bit extra coin if you find the cause as well.
Hey.
Coin.
Whistle looks over to the Furbolg and kind of like tilts her head and parrots the phrase,
Find out cause.
It'd be, if anything, it'd be helpful to the authorities to figure out who started this. We don't necessarily need to get involved much beyond just disposing of them.
Kind of leans back against the wall once again, just listening in.
Well, I'm willing to take on this task so long as I'm not going at this alone. I'm capable, but not that capable.
Not alone. Take
So,
on task.
hmm.
Very well. You'll find the graveyard to the northwest. Can I quickly take all of your names so I can, was that a sheet of parchment? But you can see there's already a name written down. Can I take your name so the man knows who to pay when this is all done?
Gultak.
You'll talk.
And
T-egg.
The Kenku kind of motions to write on the paper herself as she whistles a few times.
Understood. Press and whistle.
high pitched. Oh,
She nods her head.
So,
Glances over to you, Heather.
just put down rain.
Vane.
With an E.
FNZ.
At the end, yes. Not in the middle. I've had people
And-
make that mistake before.
And you, tall man.
Mia.
Mia.
I hardly.
Very well.
The Kenku, for a moment, eyes the goblin up and down, and then back on the previous conversation she had with Mia, repeats,
it's beautiful.
The goblin gives a blink.
Anyways.
and at that,
And like whispers
Her
over the bar
attention-
to the barkeeper. Did I just get flirted
Her
at by a
attention-
bird?
at that, her attention immediately snaps to the rest of the party moving.
Gultak is just
And-
taking a seat at the bar.
She kind of walks over to Mia and kind of just looks up at her.
Yeah?
They flirting?
I don't know.
They're birding.
Hold on. Out of character. Out of character. My headset just died in the middle of that.
Fucked idiot.
Also
Was
out of
anything
character.
said that I missed?
No.
Also out of character. So it's 60 to 70 gold per person.
Yes.
So what if I just ask one of these people to just like also join in, and they get hot?
They would have to
No.
be present. That is one of the terms and conditions. They actually have to help.
Oh,
Rats. Rats. We are the rats.
don't be a rat. There's a bird nearby.
I'm aware.
This small child, do not curse.
Is okay. Question: as we're here, right?
Mhm.
So There we go. This person, are they looking at our little scene that we're making here, or
We're not
are
really
they
making a scene.
just minding their
per
own
se.
business?
They are trying to ignore you. Actively, like,
Is
looking
there
away.
any watching eyes?
Roll a perception check.
Alrighty.
First roll of the game.
Where's perception?
And roll a du10,000.
For 16, you notice that this individual over here is the only one really seeming to pay attention, but it seems more out of just genuine, like, curiosity and bemusement than anything else.
Okay.
No one here seems to have any malice intent towards you, from what you can see.
Sorry, me and my
I'm gonna look
paranoid
over-
ass.
I'm gonna look over to the rest of them. When would you like to depart?
The part when
I mean, Mia's already kind of making her way towards the door. She kind of just like looks back, like raises an eyebrow. It's like, really?
As they make their way toward the door, Whistle's gonna look over to the person on her left, and does she see anything of value on them that she could possibly
Oh my gosh.
yoink without anyone noticing?
They have a coin purse on their belt. That's the only thing that really stands out.
Okay.
If you wish to
Can-
attempt a pickpocket, roll a sleight of hand check.
Okay, she's gonna attempt to sneak something from the coin purse. Rolling. Fuck.
As you're walking along,
Uh-oh. First nat one.
so,
Play it off.
as you're walking along, you're like, ooh, coin purse. You lean over and, overcorrecting a little bit, as you see your companion go through the door in front of you, like, what are they? As you walk straight into them, and nearly knock them straight off the chair as you knock the coin purse off their belt, and it clatters to the floor.
Oh,
Like,
Whistle's
hey,
gonna,
watch where
gonna
you're
be like,
going!
whoopsie.
Oh, see.
But there are now, you can definitely tell there are now eyes upon you, you cannot retry.
Okay, she is going to just help
Okay.
with the coin purse, just like lift it back up and hand it to them and be like, whoop.
I'm gonna wait for the rest of the group before departing the building.
Oh yeah.
And with that, she kind of unfortunately departs with nothing to gain this time.
Foiled again.
Foiled by the first nat one in the game.
Like second roll, first nat one. Excuse me.
Yep.
And away we go. Oh, I just stepped on Whistle.
It's okay. She's like this. She's like she could fit in between your legs, like that gap without a problem.
Alright.
It's okay.
And
I
making
didn't
your
know
way
that we
out
had
of the
apps
tavern. And they're not present. And
Gap is more of a modern store.
Balls. I'm
So-
going to pick you up and put you back down again, Aqua.
The heck? Oh, it was made in 1969. Gap.
So,
Oh, guess what it is? Away here we go.
So, as you make your way out of the tavern back into the greater town of Abport, you begin to make your way westward. Are there any stops you're going to do
Oh my God.
beforehand?
It's only 17 feet wide.
Hold on. Let me do the usual change I have to do.
Um, on their way out, if there's any chance
There you
for
go.
like within a crowd, Whistle is going to pickpocket someone.
Appropriate units.
Every time someone says it, I have to change it. That is a rule of mine.
Hi, I'd like it to be in Desi football fields.
Request denied.
Oh.
While we're walking, she's gonna work on like focusing on her spells that she has prepared.
Smile. Whistle's gonna look for, well, she's going to generally like kind of get a layout for looking around, getting a layout for the like alleyways and the streets, getting acclimated to this town.
That's too ominous.
As the group kind of exits the tavern, Gultak's gonna take their gem and kind of take it with their lower two hands and tuck it underneath their cloak, where it wouldn't be visible, and just kind of just follow Whistle, see where they're going.
Oh shit! Hold on, I'm not smart.
Understand that.
You'd see Whistle just kind of walking about the town for a bit, like peeking around alleys, and generally like finding dead ends, finding smaller paths that people that are lesser traveled, as well as any back, just looking at back entrances to certain establishments. And
Hey TK,
Yeah.
I may have accidentally fucking deleted 2 spells instead of unpreparing them. How do I
Well
report shit? Because it's like failing to load importer.
Go to top right, go to compendium packs, go to under items, it's spells, brackets SRD, and you'll find all the SRD spells in there. Those are 2 spells. If your 2 spells are SRD.
Yeah.
If they're not in there, then get fucked, idiot. Tell me what spells they are and I'll put them back on.
I don't fully remember what spells it is. I remember one of them, but
If you don't remember, it wasn't important.
well, no, but I'd like to have them because I have the good casting, Your Honor.
Based.
After following Whistle for a bit, Gultak kind of finally asks, "Is there something you're searching for?"
Whistle turns around unsurprised and just kind of whistles.
Looking for shine.
I see. If we're accepting this job, it's probably within our best interest to stay out of trouble. We need to return here to hand in this quest.
Okay, apparently the spell that I deleted
Shine.
doesn't exist.
Shine later.
Then it is a spell that you'll have to tell me what it is to fix.
It's Wither and Bloom.
Yep, that's not SRD.
After getting a
Wither and Bloom,
decent
what was the other one?
layout of the place,
If you remember?
she's gonna
Second one.
regroup at the western.
Wither and Bloom is re-added.
Thank you.
Hey, what are you doing? Sorry?
After Gultak and Whistle after Whistle was done with kind of looking around the town and taking note of any like pathways and such, she would move to the western side of town and wait for the others.
Alright. As the rest of you begin to regather, what are the rest of you doing? Anyone doing any, like, shopping or such? That need to be made aware of.
Specifics, just kind of like focusing on herself, pretty much. As I'm preparing different spells.
Understandable.
Okay. You know, I guess just like passive perceptioning about the town. What am I looking at?
Well, the town itself is a fairly standard town for this kind of era. Very eastern in its kind of like stylization, as the map shows, with stone foundations leading into tiled roofs. Often buildings are raised up off the ground with cellar levels beneath, and paved roads in the major sections of town. Some buildings are even connected through stone bridges and such. On the north side of town, there is a small market, however, where you can potentially purchase some equipment if needed. However, coin is short, so... up to you.
Where in town was the Laughing Tankard? Sorry, I'm just
Near the center of town.
center of town. Okay. As they're all kind of walking, you'd see Mia with a small notebook in hand, just quietly writing as she's kind of looking around.
Nerd.
Yeah.
If this is in within eyesight of Whistle, she is going to kind of walk behind Mia, not trying to be exactly loud, but not trying to be hidden either, and just kind of peeking over.
Seemed to
Like
be a lot of
trying
notes.
to hop upward to see the notes, because she's just curious.
So your buddy, like
I
a
mean,
smack.
it wouldn't be any it wouldn't be like she'd like be pulling it up or trying to bring it out of view. There'd be small sketches within of different types of fungi and documentation about, you know, certain certain properties that they may have, if they're infectious or not, invasive species, etc.
Whistle will
lot
remember
of
this.
lot of drawings. Aqua, I'm going to pick you up and then put you back down again. but she's just kind of following along, kind of keeping an eye on Goltak and where Goltak is walking, because she wasn't fully paying attention on where they were going.
We're just going to like the gate closest to where we're gonna be leaving from.
Yeah, so
Like,
Goltak
like
is
that.
about
But she's not.
yeah.
She does.
Goltak is about I think Goltak is waiting at the gate. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. Whistle kind of like straight off after they waited there for a bit after she saw Mia
Whistle
walking
got
around.
impatient like a child with ADHD.
Yeah,
That's
pretty
just
much.
Grimsy. That's just Grimsy. Sorry. No, yeah, she would have been following. That's my bad. Let's update
Alright.
notes.
So, in that case, as the party regathers, you make your way down the paved road. And, eventually, making your way towards a graveyard. This point is about mid-afternoon, or thereabouts. As you can see ahead, the fog bank that has rolled into the area.
As we kind of approach the fog bank, Gultak's just gonna kind of ready themselves to just be jumped out of nowhere.
Yeah. Whistle's kind of looking around carefully because she's lived on the streets long enough to know not to let her guard down.
Plant.
As you begin to enter into the outer edge of the graveyard, you can see, as you glance around, definite marks where some of the graves have burst open. And with a cursory inspection, footfalls leading further within the graveyard itself.
Undead. Danger.
Can be kind of looking around if there's any fungus that she would not recognize.
You're not even here to like.
Alright.
It's like you're here to.
Roll a nature check.
Alright. Since it is mushroom, can I have advantage?
Sure.
Question mark. Okay.
It is your area of expertise. For 22, as you go to a couple of these burst open graves and look within, looking at the, like, some of them have caskets, some of them are just basic dirt graves, but all of them do have like a layer of fungus that has grown through the dirt layer from the bodies within, or that were within. And you can tell by looking over it, looking at the specific subspecies, looking at the colorations, etc., you can pin these graves to roughly being at least 1,000 years old. Some of these don't even have headstones, or if they do, they're so worn that they've faded completely.
She's very closely examining them. Just pulled out a small like magnifying glass. Kind of looking across.
Whistle kind of like walks up behind her and like leans to the side, kind of curious of what she's doing.
Oh, different species of fungus. I've never really seen it before.
Fungus. Mushroom?
Yes. Different types. She pulls out her notebook and starts sketching out a rough image of this new type of fungus, and notes that it is across all of the graves.
Uh-oh.
Big uh-oh. It's really bad. It's really bad. And stands up and just repeats the information back to everyone. It's like, yeah,
Do I hear any signs of undead nearby?
Not in the immediate area, but this is quite a large area. So they could just be further within.
Okay.
Whistle kind of walks over to one of the gravestones that hasn't been broken through yet, and kind of
Oh no.
inspects it.
I'm gonna join them in inspecting it.
As you
Not.
as you inspect the as you inspect one of these standard graves, you can see this one's definitely newer. The gravestone is in decent condition, even to the point where you can read it. It is a tomb to it's a grave to what appears to be a human who lived here probably about 200 years ago, according to the date of death.
Okay.
Sorry about that.
So I have a crowbar.
Oh my. Are you going to break into their grave? I'm in.
Yeah, Whistle is going to.
Casual grave
Pull
robbing,
out-
session 1. Let's go.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Crowbar, the ultimate digging tool.
Yeah, it's the best she's got. She's gonna like kind of shimmy her way into the grave.
Okay, if you wish to dig with a crowbar, it's going to take you at least an hour to dig down the 6 feet.
Fuck.
You don't have a shovel.
The Kenku kind of just makes a frustrated Gur. Seems like she's imitating someone that she's heard before, though none of you would recognize it. It's more sound like a, and then she would put the crowbar back into her bag and repeat something she's heard before. Useless.
That's rude.
What is useless?
She points to the kind of behind her towards her pack.
Hmm.
At that, Whistle would look over and make kind of a
Aw.
sadder whistle. And
Worry
then
not,
she
small one.
turns around and
Worry not, small one. We'll find a use for you. Everything in this world has a purpose. Give him a good pat on the back.
Friend.
Friendship acquired. Let's go. Poggers. That was not in character by any means.
Friendship not included.
Yes, I'm saying that in character.
Friendship
Go
acquired.
back.
Positive.
No.
Thank God.
Poggy.
Okay. Whistle is going to kind of slowly walk forward, being careful of the surroundings. Her head like moving back and forth, kind of looking for any sign of, well, the undead
Alright.
in the immediate premises.
Entering further, making sure to take your time. The graveyard itself is quite large. However, even through the fog, you do eventually hear the sound of what sounds like metal on metal ahead.
Hmm. I'm gonna whisper to the. Oh, I guess
Danger.
not whisper, but I'm gonna like speak to the group. Be ready. They may be ahead.
as Goltek says, "Be ready." Mia does not hear that. Well, she hears it, but she's a
She
little
just doesn't
zoned out
ignore it.
as she's still just looking at the other graves and like seeing more and more of the pattern of
Stop
the
hyperfixating. Come
mushrooms
help
showing
us.
up. You can see she's like her hands are getting a bit like fidgety, but not in the excited way. Like very concerned seeing this. She's a little bit unsettled. Every single one of
Danger.
these graves has fungus. At least the popped out of ones.
Fungus. Bad.
Mm.
Alright, so as you continue down the path, eventually the fog bank in front of you begins to part. At least a little bit. And you're able to make your way into one of the older sections where you heard this metal on metal. And as you approach, it becomes clear to you the source of this sound. As you enter into what appears to be one of the older sections of this graveyard, in front of you is a large structure. A semi-large structure. Appears to be a basic shrine of some sorts. Old, run down, and obviously not maintained. Above, like, what appears to be the front door, you can see the remnants of what used to be a plaque that has obviously been shattered. Obviously some kind of holy symbol that was destroyed during the rise of the Immortal Emperor.
No, it's so small.
To each
It's
side of you,
not
you
the size
see
of it.
shambling through the fog. You see undead, zombies, and skeletons alike. Currently slowly meandering into this area, slowly patrolling around. Some of them turning to face you as you come sneaking into this area. Suddenly small. Did you say scale yourself to 0.5?
I went 0.5 when I meant
Yeah,
0.7.
don't. No, you want to go 1, and then turn the scale to 0.8. That's what I did earlier.
Oh, okay.
There you
I
go.
see. That's how you did it.
The scale
Understood.
means that you stay that size mechanically, 1, but your token is just smaller.
Okay.
It'll fix itself on all future
Um,
ones because I updated your main token. I just didn't update this one.
Gotcha.
And to your front left, currently back against the wall to this shrine, wielding a rapier, it would seem, is a half-elven individual, dressed in quite dressed in a breastplate lined with what appears to be a decent set of fine-ish clothing of decent wealth. Currently back against the wall, glances in your direction. A little help if you wouldn't mind. As I would like all of you to please roll me initiative.
Ugh,
Bwomp.
Wow, my
initiative
initiative
time.
sucks. Oh my god, that scared me.
Why is there a decimal at the end of them?
That is your initiative tiebreaker. It's your dexterity modifier.
Oh.
So. I'm going to now do the yield simplification. I'm going to take the lowest of the horde, and that is the initiative they use. So they all rolled, but only one initiative slot counts. So this is the initiative order. Top of the round, Heather, it is your turn. As you see this unfold, some of the undead turning towards you. The ones to your right seem to have not really acknowledged your presence, but the ones to the left have. It's your turn, what are you doing?
Wait, does it say a bark skin active? I shouldn't.
Let me have a look. No, it's inactive.
Okay.
Notice that token isn't updated with their actual name. There we go.
I'm vibing too hard with the music. I need to
Switch your music.
I need to be I need to be vibing less.
Yeah. What are you doing? You see some undead in front of you. It's your turn, Aqua. That's not a spell, that's your Artificer ability. So that will be in your features section. So it's an active abilities, Radiant Soul, second from the top.
So I think my bark skin is.
So I'll activate that ability for you.
Give that back to me.
Okay, so you have a flying speed, so I'll give you that one. As your companion steps forward, a pair of luminous holy wings suddenly sprout from their back, a burst of radiant energy surrounding them.
Ooh. Shine.
Dorime.
Dorime. Ameno. Ameno. Latire.
That's an old meme.
Just thank God for that meme.
That is your action to activate that, so you can still move and you still have a bonus action. If you want.
Yes, Shine. Adorable.
Alright. Are you going to kick into the air or are you going to stay at ground level? Hover imposingly, I'll put you like 3 feet off the ground. There you go. You're still at ground level, but you are hovering. Alright. It's the half-elf's turn. Seeing you approach, they're going to sidle around the wall, around behind you, stepping around to the side. And they are going to ready their action for if a undead approaches them. Whistle, it's your turn.
All right. That is. I'm assuming that is more than 20 feet that I'd be going there.
No, diagonals still count as 5. So yeah, the ruler is correct.
Okay. Okay. She is going to kind of run forward, taking out her two short swords, and she is going to, once she gets right next to the zombie, quickly slash at it.
Alright.
Attack.
The little guy go.
A 15 hits. Roll damage.
Okay.
You take 9 points of slashing damage. Oh, piercing damage.
Mm-hmm. And she's then going to
You do not get sneak attack on this because you do not
Yep.
meet any of the prerequisites.
she is going to, I can use cunning action, correct?
Yes. As a bonus action, you can activate cunning action to take the dash, disengage, or dodge actions, I believe.
She will
Dash, disengage, or hide, sorry.
she's going to take the disengage
And you have 10 feet of movement.
and move back, kind of like backstep.
Alright. You can backstep like here.
Over to here. Oh, there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You really like backstep, you manage to duck out of its reach before the skeleton can even turn to face you. Disengaging and then entering into a defensive posture. As a note, since you are dual wielding, you can use your bonus action to do offhand attacks as well.
All right.
But you don't add your ability modified to damage, I don't believe, because you don't have the two weapon fighting feats.
Mm-hmm.
So it does less damage overall.
Yeah.
Alright. Alright, time for the skeletons.
Your DMs when you get the chance, DK.
On it.
It's fine if not. It's just what popped in my head because I.
They can just do that naturally.
Let's go. I can take my bonus action to do that.
You.
Alright, that's all I wanted to know.
Alright. The skeletons are going to take their turn. The skeleton is going to approach to here, and is immediately going to take a reaction attack from the half-elf. They miss, however, as they glances off the bone, deflecting to the side, as they curse, going back into a defensive posture. The skeleton is going to attack. I'm going to roll d3. It is going to attack the half-elf with a short sword. It hits
Ooh.
That does.
for 4 damage. The half-elf is hit across the shoulder by the short sword, stumbling back, holding the wound, cursing slightly. That skeleton. This skeleton is going to... right here, it's going to draw its short bow, and it's going to take a shot at a Whistle. That is a 17 to hit.
That, I believe, hits. Yes, it does.
Alright, you take 8 points of piercing damage as you were hit in the shoulder,
Ow.
dead on by an arrow. This skeleton is going to approach, and it's going to attack Heather with a short sword. That is a 20 to hit. They're rolling good today. For 6 damage to Heather. By the way,
You can push minus on your hit points thing, and
you
like
put
on
yourself
your
to 0.
character
You
sheet,
put
and
yourself
it'll
to 0, by the
auto-calculate.
way. From Z.
What?
You
What
put
do you
yourself
mean?
to 0.
I'm on 10. I'm on 10 on my
Your
character
token,
sheet.
your token got fucked up. There we go.
Okay.
Also, I think you have 21 max HP and you took 8 damage. You shouldn't be on 10. You should be on 13.
I don't know why it didn't calculate that properly, but okay.
Math hard.
Math
You do
hard
not get a
for-
return bonk. No. Yeah. As they swing the short sword, you try to bring up your weapon in return, but it catches you across the forearm and leaves a slash across your arm as you stumble back. The skeleton going defensive, stepping back a pace. The faintest glint of intelligence behind its eyes. The skeleton is going to take a quick step forward, drawing its short bow, and is going to take a shot at the half-elf.
How do you show them in the chat? Things in the chat?
Sure, what in chat?
Like share like the weapons and stuff.
Click the image. So when you hover over its name in like your features category, your inventory category, hover over the image of it, and it'll turn into a dice, and you click it, and it sends it to chat.
Okay. Okay.
The half elf takes another hit. This time, an arrow straight into like the lower torso as they stumble back. Their breastplate taking some of it, but the arrow still manages to penetrate. The ones to your right don't seem interested in fighting right now. They seem to be doing something else. Gultak, it's your turn.
I'm gonna move about here. Yeah, about there. We're going there.
From the distant right side, just.
Shut up. Not all can handle Seabat.
Okay, and then I'm going to hurl a firebolt at the undead over here.
Alright. Throwing a firebolt.
First fireball of the game.
Firebolt!
Firebolt, go!
Oh, firebolt.
Nah, not fireball. Not yet.
How do I... Was it supposed to roll, or...?
Hold on, I'm checking. It has not been fully imported. Hold on, I'll do it.
Man. I love it when my stuff breaks everything.
No,
Alright.
don't bring up fireball
Fireball.
because the wizard.
Prestidigitation.
Fireball the elders.
Yeah, it looks like it just got lazy. It got lazy imported by whatever you used, so it didn't import any of the scripting behind it.
I see. Fun.
I'm just re-importing.
Bringing the scuff to the stream, guys. I'm so sorry.
Typical
Done.
soul fashion, the scuff. Follows
Typical
everywhere.
soul related content.
There you go.
Thank you. Let's try that again.
Alright, with passion, roll the hit.
Attack. Wait.
You in chat,
Click
press
attack.
attack. That rolls the hit.
Okay.
You click normal.
Yeah. Okay. There you go. That
And
was
11.
such a weak roll.
As you channel the magic and fling the bolt of flame, the skeleton notices and manages to just lean to the side. It goes inches past its head, missing. That's your action.
Yep. I don't have. Let me check. Okay, I should have not gone straight into this, huh? This might have been a mistake. Uh-oh. Yeah, that's gonna be my turn.
Alright.
Think I'm ready.
Miasma, it's your turn.
Okay. So she's gonna go. Wait, so hold on. I just need to measure 5, 10, 15. Okay. So she's gonna make her way fucking here and then blomp. Just in front of Goltek. And she's going to with this feller right over here. She's going to attempt
This feller?
yeah, that feller right there.
Sounds like my
She's going
dad.
to do a little bit of Thorn Whip gaming, which is going to be an attack roll.
Alright. Roll to hit. You will pull them 10 feet towards you, just keep that in mind.
I am aware. Where the fuck is melee attack?
It's in, when you put it in the chat, it's the attack button.
Oh. Ah. Okay.
Weak rolls all around. As you channel the magic, a set of fungus around your wrist growing into a long vine as you throw it out. It catches across their short bow and they rip it, and the vine snaps halfway as they pull it free.
Son of a bitch. And I'm gonna take a bonus action to billow my cloak.
That's your turn. It is the zombie's turns. They move slowly, but you have close ranks. This zombie is going to slowly sidle down in this direction and is going to take a swing at Miasma. That is a 15 to hit you.
Oh, just barely. But it does hit.
You take 3 points of bludgeoning damage as the zombie punches you in the side.
Ouchies. Very rude.
Alright, this zombie up here is going to sidle 20 feet down to here and is going to make an attack on Heather. Nine to hit. As it sidles towards you, you manage to bring up your armored arm and catch the blow in your gauntleted hand, throwing it back, stopping the impact.
I too am throwing it back.
God damn it. The other zombie is... The other two zombies are not currently in this... currently not activated, basically. They're off doing something else, it would seem.
Are they throwing it back?
Heather, it's your turn. Zombie did not hit you. I rolled a 9 and missed. If you use a crossbow within 5 feet, it's at disadvantage. And that's a 1, so... It is a ranged weapon within 5 feet. I will allow you to choose a different course of action being aware of that. Because that's one of the different courses of action, so yeah. Ba-ba-da-ba-da. Hefting the hammer and swinging. Which one are you attacking? The one of the two skeletons or the zombie? Zombie. A 15 hits, roll damage. For 6 damage. Oh wait, no, yeah. I'll just knock off one of those d4, because that's all I have to do. Knock off 3, so it's 3 damage. As you heft your hammer and catch it across the side of the head, you manage to knock it dazed back for a moment before it snaps back. That's your action. What else are you doing? That is also an action, so you can't use both the hammer and that on the same turn. So you have to wait till next round. If you move out of their range, they'll get an attack of opportunity. Alright, standing your ground, that is your turn, hovering menacingly. The half-elf's turn. They are going to continue combating the skeleton in front of them. Going to hit. And misses again.
Yeah,
As they are on...
fucking moron.
Yeah. As they are in a losing battle right now. Luckily, 5e isn't cruel and gives skeletons piercing fucking resistance. Like all the systems did.
Because most of the damage systems, like 5e, were just like, we're gonna have these here for flair. And then it doesn't fucking matter.
It does matter in some cases. Smile. That's their turn. Whistle, it's
but
your turn.
Not often.
Alright. An injured Whistle with this arrow in her side. She's going to move to the side, like behind the skeleton here, and make a attack with one of her short swords, slashing forward.
Alright.
Would that be...
With flanking, you get advantage.
Yep.
17 hits, roll sneak attack.
Fuck, how do I do that again? Ooh.
It adds an extra
turn.
1d6 damage to your attack.
Okay.
And it goes up periodically every few levels.
1d6, so... Fuck. I forgot that
click
this is in
damage.
Discord.
No, click it. What you want to do is click the damage in your thing, and then in situational bonus, just type 1d6.
Ugh.
I think normal. 16 damage. Rogues being rogues. As you step forward, getting behind the skeleton, it turns, but it's already too late. As you bring the short sword up and around, and in a single blow, you manage to decapitate it. The head spinning through the air and then clattering to the ground as the rest of the skeleton quivers, and then falls into a pile of bones.
Okay. Can I use my bonus action to walk, to kind of step over to this zombie and
can use your
make an
movement.
attack with my offhand?
Yeah, as you quickly use another 5 feet of movement, bonus action offhand attack.
Okay. That will be short
hit.
sword attack,
At advantage.
but... Okay.
Alright, and just roll me a d6.
Alright.
As that hits. 3 extra damage.
Ooh.
As you quickly step to the side and slash across this other one, the zombie to your side. That is your turn. It is the skeleton's turn. They are going to level their short bow at Whistle again. Thing is, they are probably the biggest threat on the battlefield to them. That's a 14 to hit.
Misses.
This time, expecting it, you manage to take a step back and as the arrow is fired, you manage to just pull your head back as it whistles by inches away. Or resituating your stance.
Does the whistle balls whistle?
This skeleton is...
Balls!
This skeleton is going to continue attacking Heather with the short sword. And with a natural 1, as it swings, I'm going to have it make a dex save. Beats a 10. As it swings at you with the short sword, you manage to Once again, bring your hammer up, catch the blade, and then in an arc, just spin it and then throw it to the side. It manages to roll high enough to not be disarmed. However, as it stumbles back and then resituates itself. As a note, nat ones on attack rolls can lead to you going prone or losing your weapon. On a dex save of DC 10. Alright, that's that skeleton. The skeleton back here is going to step forward again and is going to fire a arrow at Miasma. Does a 22 hit
That is
Miasma?
fucked up. Fuck you.
Fucked up.
That's 4 damage, as an arrow hits you straight in the shoulder.
God, being a DM, fuck you. You know that hits at 3rd level.
Alright.
Does your body in a wood chipper?
Don't worry, I have asked my players this a 37 hits. Cool, Zach, it's your turn.
Okay. So, I'm gonna kind of step in.
I love saying that as a DM.
I'm gonna step in front of, well, not necessarily in front of, but like step in between Mia and the zombie currently in front of them.
Alright. Interposing yourself, what are you doing?
I am going to try and hit it kind of point blank with a firebolt. Yeah, there you go. Come on!
With a 2, as you channel your magic, and once again, trying to, like, interpose yourself. However, as you interpose yourself, the zombie turning to face you bumps you across the shoulder and causing you to, like, lose balance, and the spell flies straight up in the air as you lose control of it.
I'm glad I'm using cantrips and not spell slots right now.
Beautiful.
That's your action.
What's a cantrip? Is that a type of drink?
Anger from the 2 cantrip users.
Alright, that's your action. Anything else you're doing?
Yeah. No, that's it.
Seems like those can really trip you up.
Do I have a naughty corner? I do have a naughty corner. You have been warned.
So you split the party. It's also a voice chat.
So, you split the party.
Split the party.
So, Miasma, it's your turn.
Ugh. I'm not gonna be a liability to my teammates. I am going to not cast Thunderwave. As funny as it would be, that is gonna hit both of you as well, so I'm not gonna do that.
Well, it's a 10-foot square, or a 15-foot square, so like
It's a 15-foot, yeah.
it would be, if you're curious what a 15-foot square looks like, it's this. If it would show up. I love
It would not.
There you go. It's basically like that.
Yeah.
Give you an idea. It's only in one of the faces of the square from you. It's like this specifically.
You would literally just hit Whistle and
Yeah.
the zombie.
Well, no, it's a
Fuck
15-foot cube, so wouldn't it be 15 by 15?
Oh, not what I meant.
That's a burst.
Delete that.
So it'd be like
Delete
that,
that.
sorry.
Okay.
That's on the wave. You hit a corpse, a zombie, and Whistle.
It's also a 15-foot.
Maybe something to reposition for.
around you.
What are you doing?
If it's around me, hold on. What's what's the size of a 15 by 15? Is that
3 by
math?
3.
3 by 30?
It's a 3 by 3 of one of your faces.
Fuck, there's
Oh.
Okay. Okay, I couldn't if I wanted to move and do that. I couldn't. What's homie right here? Fucking. Who's he looking at?
Hover over his token.
This one.
Yeah, hover over that token. It tells you what status they're in. Barely injured.
Yeah, but who's he looking at?
Currently Gultak, because they were the last one to try and attack it.
Okay. Then I'm gonna just.
Why? Please tell me that wasn't so
My
bad.
God.
2 nat ones.
I hope we're ready to roll for new characters, guys.
Snake eyes, everybody. Okay, as you again channeling your magic, but as Gultak had interposed themselves and then failed, that interposing as you had channeled your magic threw you back, and the whip also trailed off behind you, catching a tree and ripping a branch free from that. You don't have to make dex saves for spells; it's only weapon attacks.
Well, it's a melee roll. That's why I.
Yeah. Yeah, whatever case, you're fine. As the whip trails off behind you and then disintegrates as it hits a tree.
Son of a bitch.
That's your action.
I'm gonna.
The dice are not in your favor today.
No, they're not. I'm gonna just. I'm gonna make my cloak billow again.
I fucked up, but at least you look cool. It's the zombie's turn. The zombie in front of you is... Who was the one that actually hit it last, actually? Whistle was the last one to hit it.
Whistle.
Wait, hold on. I just remembered something.
Yes?
Yes?
The zombie that I hit, it should have taken 3 extra damage because of my radiant
yeah.
thing, adding my level.
Bonk.
Yeah.
The zombie is going to roll a 15
on my
hit.
armor class.
Okay, hits. For
Just barely meets it.
4 damage onto Whistle. As it socks you across the side of the head.
Okay.
Not the time. Next zombie is going to once again attack Heather.
13. That's not it.
That is a 19 to hit. I'm assuming that hits you, Aqua?
Yeah.
It's not letting me update my hit points.
2 damage as it slams you in the shoulder, knocking you back a pace. Alright, top of the round. Heather, it's your turn.
I would like to aim for the barely injured zombie. Wait, no. Yeah, the barely injured zombie. And try and hit it.
It's disadvantage because you're within 5 feet of... Because there is a creature
No,
within
no,
5 feet.
the
Oh,
one
okay.
over here.
Then you're fine. A 13 will hit the zombie.
Yay.
How are you doing that thing?
Hold left click.
You just hold.
Yeah, hold
Yeah.
left click.
Okay, I figured it out.
6
So
damage.
it's like an angry symbol. I can put it over my my poor Kenku.
I think if I hold shift, I can drag your visions around. Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't abuse this power. I will turn it off.
Okay.
As you
Get it.
turn,
Just a prank, bro.
yeah, as you turn your back
Also,
on the zombie and skeleton attacking you, leveling your crossbow and firing a quick snapshot, you manage to hit the other zombie in the back of the neck as its head rips forward and then turns to face you, but distracted by those around it. As you quickly turn back to try and hold off the inevitable blows from the two undead behind you. That is your action. What else are you doing?
Would that also have the +3?
I'm going to read if it's only
Radiant?
melee or if it's all damage.
I just deleted my radiant.
Well done. Hold on.
Wow.
Don't press the delete button. It deletes things, believe it or not.
I went to click the edit button to see what it was and I fumbled.
Oopsie.
Do I have to re-import it now?
Hold on. I can... What ASMR are you?
Pardon?
What kind of ASMR are you? Protector or Scourge?
Protector.
Protector, cool. Customize and import. Alright, you'll have double up of abilities, so you'll just have to remove the double ups.
Okay. Thank you.
But you have reinstall again. And it's at 0 uses. I'll move back to near the top. It's whenever you deal damage. So it's 3 extra damage on them. 3 extra radiant damage. Thump. As there is a burst of radiant alongside this
Yeah.
crossbow bolt.
I like. Is there a way to save your character to something?
Hmm?
So that if that happens again, I can just load.
I can't make backups, unfortunately, unless I make an entire different copy, and that's not very useful.
I see.
Just don't press the delete button on the right side of the thing. It's a
Yeah.
small button, you can avoid it.
Yeah.
So funny story. I actually hit the delete button earlier. And it's why my barks.
You are the only 2 people in my entire time of using Foundry who have accidentally deleted stuff in a game.
I've deleted
Congratulations.
stuff multiple times by accident.
So, is that your turn? Aqua.
Yeah. Yes.
Cool.
Yeah,
The half-elf's turn.
Could you put bark skin back on my sheet?
Oh, for fuck's
'Cause
sake.
it's there
Really?
Written, but there's no effect that I can actually trigger with it.
It's on your character sheet and it's in your effects section. What do you mean?
For me, it is, I can't, like, click or look at it at all. Like, it doesn't show it.
It's working fine for me. Refresh your Foundry. Sometimes Foundry locks up. You need a refresh. The half-elf is going to sidestep to here and is going to roll a flanking attack on the zombie. So, at advantage. Maybe I'll finally hit something in this combat. Hey! As they launch forward the rapier, finally landing a solid blow, they deal 7 damage. Zombie is still not dead.
Sorry, hold on. Foundry's being homophobic.
Wow.
It
Man.
logged me out.
Yeah, that'd do it. That's probably why it wasn't responding. Every week it logs everyone out, so... Get fucked, idiot.
Fucking cringe.
Wow.
It's the half-elf's turn. Whistle, it's your turn.
Okay. Can I use my bonus action with my sword first?
No, you have to
On
take
the
the attack
spot.
action first. To do an offhand attack.
Okay.
Gordon?
Hello, Gordon.
Mr.
All right.
Freeman.
I guess I'm going to target this fucker and hit him with the short sword.
Alright,
Again.
advantage.
I have pictures now.
You have sneak attack.
Advantage.
Alright, 23 hits, roll sneak attack. Although I don't think you physically cannot not kill this.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that this is just gonna be...
How much overkill are we talking here? 8
A
points
good
of
amount.
overkill. As you lunge forward with your short sword, you manage to cut across their back, and since they've taken radiant damage, their undead fortitude does not kick in, I believe. Let me check.
Okay.
I know they need to make a con save, otherwise they stay up. Let's see, because they're a zombie. They pass. They remain on 1 hit point. As undead fortitude kicks in. As you slash across their back, the blow that should have cut them down, instead, as their body is like half clinging together, they just turn slowly towards you, still standing.
She is going to slash again with her offhand.
Alright. Roll a hit.
Yep. Is that normal?
That hits, roll damage, and that'll determine the DC. By the way, as a note, they literally, yeah. They were not likely to pass that DC, they just rolled an 18. Roll damage so I can calculate the DC that I need to make a con save against.
Okay, wait, so what do
It's
I
just a
roll now?
D6.
It's
Just a D6.
D6.
Because 5 plus the damage taken is the DC. So it's a DC of 8. They pass, they remain on 1.
Motherfucker.
Soul, you come here often?
Zombies are bastards. As you slash the zombie twice, it refuses to go down, obviously missing whatever is holding its undead form together. That is your turn. This skeleton is going to take a pot shot at Whistle again.
I bet a hate crime of fucking zombie. Like,
It does a 21 hit.
you do not
What do you
understand how
think?
much I'm about to obliterate.
You take 5 damage.
Ah, ow. Okay.
As another arrow hits you from the side. This skeleton is going to take a shot at the half-elf. A short bow. I believe it hits. Yep, that hits the half-elf
Sorry.
for 5 damage. Half-elf is looking rough. As this arrow hits them across the other shoulder, stumbling, and they take a knee for a second, gasping for air. This skeleton is going to attack you with a short sword, Heather. Rolling, that is a 10 to hit. I believe that misses. Aqua?
Hello.
Yeah. As
10
it
to hit
swings,
does miss.
yeah. As it swings, you bring up your armored arm again, and deflect the sword up and over your head, deflecting the blow and carrying it away.
I'm glad of that.
Alright. Ultak, it's your turn. This zombie refuses to
so-
fucking die.
I know. So is this one not focused on me?
Which one?
This one?
It is currently focusing
It's
on Whistle.
focused on Yeah.
Okay, so I'm able to move without getting an attack of opportunity.
It will still attack of opportunity you, because that's not related to what
Only
it's
if you move
focusing its main
out of
attack.
it.
Yeah, if you remain within 5 feet of it, it does not get an attack
Okay.
of opportunity.
Okay, I'm gonna move here.
Alright. Repositioning.
And yeah, hopefully. Hopefully this works and I don't just kill someone by accident. Let's try Firebolt again for the 3rd time.
Alright, who are you targeting?
That zombie.
Alright, roll the hit.
Oh my.
I'm leaving. I'm gonna.
The spellcasters contributing very little to this fight, it seems. The dice hate spellcasters, apparently.
I'm
Th-
gonna
this
hate
is-
crime your zombie.
This is
Channeling
this-
magic
this- I saw
again.
this coming.
Cursing to the gods. Well, not the gods, because that's forbidden, but cursing to whatever powers may be. You throw another bolt of flame, and it misses. Striking a nearby statue.
Seems like the lack of gods really does fucking suck, doesn't it?
We're gonna
Curse
lose
the
fucking
Emperor.
NPC at this rate.
Alright.
Don't worry,
I'm
I
gonna
have a
use.
plan, I
I'm gonna
think.
use just a free action of talking to tell the half elf to get down out of like the way of arrow fire.
They give a sharp nod.
I am.
And that's my turn.
Going to hate crime this fucking zombie.
Miasma, it's your turn.
So, you are going to see as the Furbolg looks quite annoyed with having gotten hit now, when she is just trying to do her research, as she sort of starts to wave her hands back and forth, and she starts to, she casts Moonbeam on this spot. So
Be careful about AoE placement, because that might hit allies. No, it's 5 foot radius. It should only be a single square. Boundary is just
yeah,
wrong.
that's
Boundary is just wrong.
yeah. So that skeleton's gonna need to make a DC 13 Wisdom Con save.
Constitution save. Boop. 22. It takes half damage.
Okay, so it is only taking 1d10.
No, you roll it and then you halve the number. Because, yeah. For certain calculations, that is a better way to do it. 7 goes to 6 goes to 3, so DC 8 on the con save. Jesus Christ, it's not
I
roll
hate it
below.
here.
It's not roll below a 17. What the fuck?
As a note,
Does this have a limit
when
on it?
starts its turn, it
Nope.
also will have to take that save again.
Yep. Speaking of, it's its turn.
Here we go.
Go ahead and roll me a con save real quick.
14. Half damage. This zombie is like the most high roller in this fucking encounter. 11 is 10, 5, DC 10. Con save.
Please, just fucking die.
What the fuck?
Oh my god.
It's literally not rolled below a 10 so far.
It has a giant beam of light on top of it. It's like,
Alright, zombie turns. This zombie is going to attack you, Miasma. With a slam attack. That's a 2, it misses. The other one is going to attack Heather with a slam attack.
Oh boy.
That's a 6, it also misses. For both of them, as they slash out at you, for you, Miasma, you manage to like take a step back and manage to just avoid the blow from socking you across the head. The other one, as it rushes towards you again with a fist, you manage to catch it and again throw it back. I hate it here.
God, stop throwing it back so much.
Heather, it's your turn.
Hold on.
I hate
Hold on.
Yeah.
Isn't Moonbeam radiant?
Yep, never mind, it just dies.
Yeah. Thank
call.
God.
Good call, it just
Jesus fuck.
Okay.
Ah.
Freedom at
Now
last.
can I have some help?
Yes, I can move Moonbeam.
No.
dies. You got 2 of your companions are near death. One being the NPC, the other being Whistle.
Oh my god.
Yeah, Whistle's bleeding pretty heavily. A few
Wow.
arrows in her side, and one in her back.
I kind of
She's
forgot
kind of
that we didn't
whimpering.
have a healer, and I didn't prepare Cure Wounds, so that
Oh
sucks.
shit.
I
Skill
I
issue.
have cure wounds.
You
If only I could move away from these zombies. Smile.
You could disengage
Smart.
as an
You just
action,
have to
but
deal with it.
yeah, not a good
Yeah,
option.
you can disengage.
But that would take your entire turn, basically.
Other than move.
So it's your turn. Aqua, what are you doing?
Question.
Yes.
Can I fly up 3 feet, or will that count as them being able to attack me?
If you move into the square above, which would be 5 feet in the air to 9 feet in the air, you wouldn't, because you'd still be in their aggressive area.
Hmm. But would that be more than enough distance for me to not have a disadvantage with my shooty shoot?
No, because you'd still be within the 5-foot square.
I see.
You could use a spell instead. You could Shock and Grasp, which wouldn't have disadvantage.
I would like to do that.
Alright. Which one are you attacking?
The one directly north.
Alright, the zombie. Roll the hit. Lunging forward, you grab the zombie and fire a bolt of electricity through its body. Roll damage. Six damage.
And
Plus the 3.
Plus 3 from Reed.
I made a thingy.
As you grab it and fire the bolt of electricity, some of your radiant magic pouring in as well, the zombie recoils, stumbling back. His body slightly sizzling as the electricity begins to fade. His body jittering slightly.
Get hacked.
That's your action. Anything else you're doing?
No.
Alright, that's your turn.
I have a little bit of time, so I'm gonna run MP real quick.
Yeah. NPC's turn.
Anything swings at me, it's the DC 14 AC.
They're going to take the advice they were given, and they're going to take cover behind this pillar. They have half cover. Well, they have 3/4 cover. Yeah, they have 3/4
just-
cover, they have a +5 to AC.
Because they've just become a pincushion.
Already in action in case something approaches them. Whistle, your turn.
Whistle is going to just make a few not good, and she's going to kind of. How tall is this rock?
Enough to hide behind.
She is going to kind of run and kind of slide behind it, and
Bonus action hide, I assume.
yep, she's going to bonus action hide.
Alright, roll self check. A 16, you are hidden. So sneak attack will proc on any attack this turn, and you have advantage. You have your action.
Alright.
What are you doing?
She is going to. Let's see, what can I do here? I do not have any items that help in this situation. However, I am going to.
I have a gun.
Whistle just pulls out the fucking blicky.
Holy shit, they're
Could-
packing heat!
Could I use? Okay, alternatively, could I use my dagger, one of my daggers, and just kind of chuck it at the this
You want to throw a dagger instead?
skeleton?
Alright.
Yeah.
Roll to hit with a dagger. This is a throwing weapon.
Okay. How's it different?
It's literally the same.
Okay.
It has a 20 to 60 foot throw range. I would hold it on that 20. As you quickly draw one of your daggers and throw it in a spinning attack, that dagger is not in your inventory for the time being, but you can reclaim it later.
Okay.
Don't mark it off your character sheet. There's too much hassle.
Yeah. Did it hit?
As you draw a dagger, 20 does hit the. I'm assuming the skeleton you're throwing at. You technically have advantage as well, by the way, because you are hidden. So if you're gonna roll for a crit, just in case.
Okay.
Not damage, but the attack roll.
Not
again.
damage. Okay.
You had advantage.
I
so
don't think I need to.
you have advantage
so-
on the attack roll, so you can roll it again and see if you get a crit. Because you are hidden. Or you can just roll for damage. Okay.
Yeah, that works.
No crit fishing today. As you draw a dagger and throw it, roll an extra d6 for sneak attack.
Fuck.
Because the dagger lodges itself in the top of their skull. Four extra damage. The skeleton recoils as the dagger embeds itself in its skull, stumbling slightly but staying on its feet. You are in half cover, you have +2 AC. Don't mark that, you are in cover. That is your turn?
Yep.
This skeleton is going to shoot at you again, Whistle. You have +2 AC because you were in cover. It rolls a crit.
Oh my god.
No.
Oh.
You take 6 points of damage, which is enough to knock you unconscious.
She is down.
Oh no.
With
Okay.
the arrow sinking into it pierces the side of her head, and with a very audible thump she falls down behind the rock.
Alright. You are unconscious. On your turns, you'll be rolling death saves until you are stabilized or healed. Now, is that skeleton? The next skeleton is going to attack Heather with a short sword attack. A dirty 20 for 8 damage, rolled maximum.
Oh my gosh.
Go down to 5.
Shit.
The skeleton in the back is going to take another step forward and is going to fire at Miasma with a short bow. It is a 9 to hit, it misses. As the arrow whooshes past your head.
Oh,
Cool, Tech, it's your
fuck.
turn. One of your companions has just gone unconscious.
I don't have anything to like.
You can stabilize with a DC 10 medicine check.
I'm gonna give her a try, I guess.
And as an action, you quickly get down and try to stabilize. Roll a medicine check.
Medicine. Where is it?
Halfway down the skill list, alphabetical order.
To do it, right?
You click the word medicine,
Yep.
and then you click normal.
There you go. 15.
With a 16, you manage to quickly get down, ripping open like part of like some of the fabrics around your wrists and quickly closing over the injuries. You manage to stabilize them. They are no longer rolling death saves. But they are still on 0.
Okay.
I will roll the D4 now. They will reawaken in 4 hours on 1 hit point.
Oh god. Shoot.
I want my actual dice. Fucking bullshit.
Skill issue. So, that's your action. You got a bonus
Yeah.
action and movement.
Not a skill issue.
I'm gonna move over
Dice have
here
first.
and take cover behind the rock.
Alright. Getting to half cover, that's your turn. Miasma, it's your turn.
I'm going.
I believe you can move your moonbeam.
Yes, I can. So movement action. I'm gonna make my way over to.
Yeah, it takes your action and movement.
Yes. And then
If you want, I think you can move it onto the gap between these squares and hit both of them.
I can. That is where that is going. It
Sure.
did not. There we go. Yeah. So both of them need to roll a DC 13.
It is on the start of their turn, because I remembered how Moonbeam works. It's when they move into it, or their turn
It's-
starts. It's not when you move it. So it doesn't double hit
That
them.
is moving into it, is it not?
No, because that's not them moving, that's you moving it. It's a technical difference. Don't worry, I remembered. This is the thing about Moonbeam, it's to prevent a double hitting a creature without any recourse. Otherwise, it would be broken. So, you got lucky the first time because I forgot how it works, but not this time.
XD.
So, moving Moonbeam. Manage to recall the light down on your foe's head. That is your action and part of your movement. Got a bonus action if you're doing anything with it.
No, nothing yet.
Alright. It is the round of zombies. Or zombie, in this case, right now. Heather, the zombie in front of you is going to make a slam attack at you.
Not before.
Come on,
Because it's
And it's
its turn in there.
Yep. I'll roll the saving throw as well. We'll handle this first. Roll half damage.
Where is it? There you are. Damage. Normal.
And 2 radiant damage. And you see attack does an 18 hit. Aqua.
But you know an
It
18 hits.
definitely
Fuck off.
does hit.
For 3 damage, as it slams you in the side.
Ow. That hurt me emotionally.
Alright. Heather, it's your turn. Got a companion down.
I would. Hmm. Yeah. If I just try and leave, do they hold me there for a turn, or do I just take the damage from their attack?
You
of
just take the
opportunity?
you take the damage and can keep moving.
I would like to move over here then.
Alright, they're both going to make attacks of opportunity on you. You're going to take a short sword and a slam. Short sword is going to be a miss. Slam is going to be also a miss. As they swing at you, as you quickly dance out of their range. As the 2 blows go for you, quickly duck and sidestep and manage to spin your way out of the area and rush over to your companion.
I would like to use Cure Wounds
Alright.
on Whistle.
Getting down on a knee, focusing your magic, there's a flash of bright magic around your wrists as you channel. Oh, your wrist. Singular. Roll healing. Whistle, you reawaken on 7 hit points. You are prone. You are still in cover, however. As you reawaken to a sudden burst of magic flowing through your body, the injuries closing over slightly. Heather, is that your turn?
Yes, it is.
Alright. The half-elf is going to continue taking cover and holding their action. They don't have any ranged attacks they can take. Whistle, it's your turn. You're prone.
Okay.
It is half your movement to stand back up.
Okay. She is going to get back up in a crouch. And she is going to peek up and throw her other dagger at the same skeleton.
Alright. Throwing your other dagger. Roll the hit. You will not get sneak attack because you have not hidden or anything on this turn, and none of the other pre-orders is met, but that will hit.
Damage normal.
6 damage. As you lodge the second dagger into this one, this time it takes its head clean off its shoulders, and once again the skeleton quivers and then collapses to the ground.
Okay. She is now going to reposition herself behind this gravestone
Alright. Once again, half cover.
and take a she's going to take her cunning action to hide.
Alright, roll stuff. Alright, you successfully hide. You were hidden. Use that one for now. You are currently hidden from your foes. Skeleton turns. This skeleton is going at 2 level at short bow at Heather. That's a short sword. There we go. Aqua does a 23 hit.
Yeah, 23 hits.
You take 8 damage
Mm.
as it rolls fucking maximum. As you get up from the healing, your companion rushing past, you feel the healer and impacting your center back as you stumble forward a pace. You're barely on your feet, however. The next skeleton, that crow is aggressively pinging, is going to take a half step forward
DC
and is...
13, motherfucker.
Yep. Fails, roll full
Don't you
damage.
forget.
Thank fucking god.
$15 damage. You actually kill it where it stands.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
As its turn
Fuck
begins,
off.
as it turns to face you and begins to take a half step towards you, you channel the magic from Reset and there's an impact across the top of its body as its body cracks and then crumbles, turning to a pile of fine ash on the ground. There's the skeleton round. Full attack, it's your turn.
I said, no the fuck it isn't.
By the way, yes,
So-
you will have to remind me about stuff like that because I'm juggling a lot.
That's why I was pinging it so aggressively.
Yes.
I was like, it's this motherfucker's turn.
Let's try something else. Because clearly Firebolt isn't gonna fucking work every time I try
I mean,
it.
hey, listen, all gamblers stop just before they get hit the lottery.
Shut up. So I'm gonna use one of my first level spell slots, and I'm gonna fire some magic missiles.
It
all at-
literally can't miss.
Yeah, all that guy right.
Alright, since it's the first level, it's 3d4 plus 3. Roll it in chat. Damage. Oh, unavoidable damage. As you channel the magic,
Let's go.
there is a burst of a flurry of magical missiles that slam into the skeleton, knocking it back 1, 2, 3 paces.
Oh,
But it remains standing. That's your action. You are still in cover.
Yeah. I think I'm gonna remain in cover.
Alright. Answer, it's your turn.
Okay, I'm gonna keep the moonbeam where it is, waiting to...
You could position it here for when it inevitably steps towards you, Smile.
I could. However, what I could also do is, while it is there...
Oh yeah, because
I'm
it takes an
also
action.
I'm gonna whip that motherfucker.
The skeleton or the zombie?
Finna whip this all.
well, not the skeleton because the skeleton's dead.
Well, this skeleton.
Uh,
Because if you hit the zombie, it will pull it out of the moonbeam.
That's fair. I'm gonna go for that one then.
Alright, roll the hit. A 13 will
Ciao.
match. Roll damage.
Thank fucking God.
And pull it 10 feet closer to there.
Ka-chow.
2 damage.
And then I am going to... Oh, wait, question. Since I pulled it within 10 feet of me, can that activate my Halo of Spores? Which is, starting at 2nd level, you're surrounded by invisible necrotic spores that are harmless until you unleash them on a creature nearby. When a creature you can see moves into a space within 10 feet of you or starts its turn there.
When it starts
you
its
can
turn
use
there,
reaction
yes.
D1d4.
When its turn starts, yes. But since you force moved it, it does not count as it moving. It's the same logic of attack of opportunity.
Fair enough.
You can't force an attack of opportunity
Okay.
by force
So-
moving them.
Then on its turn, it will also have a DC 13 con save.
Hey. Alright.
Oh wait, fuck, that's necrotic damage. That might heal it. Okay. Yeah, that's my turn.
Alright. It is now the round of zombies, or zombie. They are going to make a con save.
DC 13 con save.
10, fail, roll damage. You might kill it here if you roll high.
I have to scroll all the way back up to Moonbeam.
You can just roll 2d10 if you want to. And with that, the zombie goes down. As you channel the moonbeam again and slam it down, the zombie also is hit by a burst of radiant energy and then disintegrates. That is the zombie's turn. Heather, it's your turn. Only one foe remains, but you are barely standing.
Heck it. Can I use magic missile?
Sure, unavoidable damage. What level are you casting?
1.
Alright.
You have no first level spell slots. I
Did you actually
think
fill them
that
up?
might have been. I think I've only actually used 2.
Yeah, you should have 1 left, I think. Use your cure wounds. And what else did you use? You use your cure wounds and a
Grass.
Gungus cantrip, so you have 2 remaining.
Oh.
Yeah.
So you have 2
Oh.
slots. You have 2 slots remaining. So one of them is going to this, so now roll it.
Oh.
So now you can do it because I just fixed your slots. There you go. Roll 3d4 plus 3.
Is it this?
If you press damage, it's only going to roll it once, I think. I think that's the wrong equation.
3d4 plus 3?
Yeah, that
Yes,
should
that's
be-
absolutely.
That's the
That's
wrong
just
equation.
4 times.
That's 4 times 3, well done.
So is it just
Slash roll
3?
3d4 plus 3.
Is it d4 plus 3? Do I have
D-
to put d4 plus 3 in brackets?
That is what you'd have in.
Okay.
Balls.
10. With that,
Wait,
as
so
you
was it
channel,
plus 3 for.
because it's 1d4 plus 1 per missile.
Oh, yay.
So you roll, and since you fire 3
Yeah.
missiles, it's 3d4 plus 3 of unavoidable damage. As you
But
channel
also the
and
radiant?
release, it doesn't matter.
I mean, it's
As
either way.
overkill. As you release the magic missiles at one shoulder, left shoulder, right shoulder, center torso, and it just disintegrates. The center, ribcage shattering, the limbs just collapsing to the ground, twitching slightly before going inanimate. At this point, combat is suspended for the time being until you choose to engage the other side of the map. As they continue, as you now have a better look now, you see them digging.
Are they trying to raise more of them?
They're not digging on graves. They seem to be digging here, in an open patch of ground. And this zombie up here appears to be digging here.
Well, they can.
I'll
fucking
mark those 2
wait.
places with X's on the map.
They can fucking wait, because now their combat's over.
It's suspended. Yeah.
Yeah. She's gonna fucking make her way over to the half elf and be like, Are you all right? Are you fucking? Are you able to get up?
They are actively like bandaging a wound on their arm. I'll live. At worse.
Okay.
Whistle's gonna approach the skeleton and yank out her 2 daggers and sheath them. And
Mia's just
also,
gonna offer
no longer
a
hit.
to the half elf.
she's going to kind of look through the remains of the skeleton and see if there's anything she can gather from it.
Gultak is going to join them momentarily.
Alright, as you check over the bodies, Whistle, roll me an investigation check. Alright, for 12. You can add 5 copper to your inventory, each, for both Gultak and Whistle.
Okay.
And you can loot a single short sword or a single short bow among each of you that are in good enough condition.
Sword.
Alright, add a
I'll
short sword to
take-
your inventory.
I'll take short bow.
Alright, add a short bow to your inventory. Do you need me to add it, or are you fine navigating plutonium?
I can add it.
Yeah, just give me a second.
Alright. As you glance around, however, most of your companions are not looking the best right now.
I'm also gonna, as no, actually, I'm a liar. Just gonna like offer a hand to the half elf and just be like, you know, being like, hey, come on, let's get up.
And you have a slight chuckle as they take the hand, pulling themselves back onto their feet as they tighten off the bandage on their shoulder.
Yeah. I'm
They still
glad
got more trouble over there.
Yeah. But
Eyes narrow slightly.
take a second before dealing with all that.
Kenku
They both
is
look like
going to
shit. You look like shit.
look through.
But looking through these
It's
bodies,
It's giving me error
these
messages.
bodies are all part of the same roll you did.
Okay. Any arrows I can find for that short bow?
Add 10 arrows to your inventory.
Okay.
I'm getting error messages trying to add this.
Oof.
I don't know why.
Hold on. I'll add it.
Thank you. I'm sorry.
You're fine. Boom, done. Got on inventory.
Nice. Thank you.
Question is, are you proficient in using it? No. You are not proficient.
I am planning on not. Planning on making gold off of it, hopefully.
Just sell it, yeah. Alright. I'll change the music to something not combat for the time being. So, as you keep an eye on the undead across, you can see they continue digging. Some of them do cast a gaze towards you, namely the skeletons, but they pay you no mind as they continue digging. What are you doing?
Me, I'm just zoning out.
The Kenku whistle is going to take a low stance to avoid being spotted as she
Stop.
moves through the grave.
Alright, what are you looking for?
Fuck.
Making, unfortunately, a lot of noise as you move. There's a lot of like loose powders and bone on the ground that make a lot of noise as you move.
Hmm. She's going to kind of just inspect this area.
You can
if-
see, again, a couple burst open graves here.
Mhm.
Check
She looks
again.
down them.
All of them are, again, the old type. At least 1,000 years old.
Mhm.
Gonna yell over to Whistle and be like, "Any mushrooms?"
Oh, mushroom. She looks at them.
You can
to
see,
if
like,
there's mushrooms.
bits and pieces of fungus here or there.
Was
She
it as intense as it was before?
would inspect if it was the same as before.
It looks to be the same subspecies, or a similar one at least. Similar colorations.
Mushroom. Same.
It's a fucking fungus. That was out of character.
Big fungus, big fungus. That was in character. No.
Nope. Hmm.
Whatever happens, I think we should take... This is when the half-elf speaks up. I think we should take a moment to recuperate. We're looking a bit worse for wear.
Yeah, you're telling me. She's gonna walk over to the zombie actually, and she's going to cast Detect Poison and Disease.
Yes.
To try and identify the disease or like what is infecting them.
You detect a lot of like general bacterias, funguses, and such. You don't detect poisons. Generally on the zombies and skeletons have like the biggest signs of them, obviously because they are rotting corpses. Detect some vague amounts from the dirt below, but most of it's being blocked because 3 feet of dirt blocks a spell. It's only shallow graves you really detect anything from. You don't detect any like unusual spikes around these graves. However, identifying types, on the open graves they all share a similar type of fungus. As if, not as if it was intentionally planted, but as if they were planted all around the same time. Because the graves were all dug around the same time, so the same fungus was able to infect all of them.
Interesting.
That's what you pick up from the spell.
Oh, I love being a druid.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Whistle is going to be over in this corner, kind of like under the shade of these trees, and she is going to kind of put together a small little a small like camp, just using some of the branches and
It is assumed you are taking
and
a
some of
short
the pipes
rest.
that she has. Yes.
Alright. Any objections to taking a short rest?
Nope.
Alright. As you...
Yeah,
Yes.
no, I'm fine.
Alright.
No, I just had a head empty moment. Don't mind me.
As you bed down for an hour, recatching your breath and treating your wounds, you can take a short rest. At the top of your character sheet, under your hit dice section, you can click at the short rest button, and it will walk you through the process. The half-elf is going to roll their 2 hit dice as well. So that's 12 plus their con modifier, which adds to that, so they restore back to full.
Nice.
Going to roll
If you hit the rest button, it should just automatically boost your hit points.
Yeah, you need to press short rest, and then you need to roll your hit dice to boost them back up.
Roll hit dice and then rest, and it'll do
Yeah.
it.
Is Aqua, are you resting?
Yeah, I'm just trying to find my hit dice.
Top of your character sheet next to your hit
Uh,
points. It's a 3 out of 3. You got a little short rest button.
Wait.
Top of the
That
character
didn't
sheet,
give
top
me-
left, click short rest. You need to click it, and then you need to click the roll button to roll the hit dice.
Oh,
Now heal you. You heal 7 off the first, and you can roll up to all
Got it.
3, but they regenerate. Basically, you have a limited supply of hit dice, and half of them regenerate every long rest, which is sleeping for the night.
mm-hmm. That makes.
If you've rolled 1, you've got 2 more.
Yeah, actually, I shouldn't conserve.
Alright,
Okay,
back to near full.
that's me done.
Alright, cool. Alright, that's everyone rested. So,
I thought my mushroom thing was gonna be niche as fuck.
everything is useful from a certain point of view.
Fair point.
So, at this point, your wings have faded, by the way, Aqua. As the ability is
Nice.
used up.
I am no longer high.
Nice.
And initiative has
Um,
ended. As at this point, as you rest for the hour, keeping a wary gaze on the undead across, but they don't approach you at any point. At this point, they've dug down at least 10 feet into the ground. It's hard to see exactly what they're doing through the fog, however.
Whistle is going to pack up the things that she had set down, putting her kind of the small amounts of camping equipment she has back into her bag, and stands up and kind of like walks as at a decent pace over to Heather and looks up at her and points points with one hand and uses her other to like make a flapping motion and says, "Shine."
Only, I can only do that for a short bit at a time, I'm afraid. And I sort of look a bit winded as I say that, even after the short rest.
This point, by the way, is entering
Shine
into
light.
late afternoon. I'll move it to
Are
half
we
darkness
going
level.
to?
It is currently
Are we going
late
to?
evening.
We're going to approach them. Hmm.
Yeah, so you glance in direction. You can't even really see them anymore. They've dug down about 10 feet into the ground. You can still hear like the sounds of digging faintly at this range. But they
I'm just gonna.
they've dug down quite a significant distance.
I'm gonna sneak over.
Roll a stealth check.
Yeah. Well, let's see. That might not go all the way. Stealth
Whistle is
normal.
going to follow behind.
Never mind, I can't
At
get
distance.
anything in life.
Alright, Whistle will also roll stealth.
Away.
Yes.
I'm not sneaking. I'm just staying a good distance away.
Okay, so you don't cross the path, so you're here.
Oh, really? That's like 40 feet.
Yep, that's a good distance away in this case. Breaking line of sight. And Whistle with a 27. Whistle, you managed to maintain stealth as you approach, but Gultak, as you approach, as you get to about here, and Keikoshi glance down the hole, you see a skeleton just straight dead eyeing you down like the sights of a short bow, and you quickly like duck back out of line of sight before it takes a shot.
God.
Wouldn't if they're 10 feet below, wouldn't I don't know. I'm
Line of sight. Yeah, angles and
yeah,
shit.
I feel like their line of sight would
You could be like here, but yeah.
Around. Yeah.
Whistle is going to approach the other hole over here.
Your 27 to stealth, you manage to approach, and you can see the zombie is currently digging at. You see stonework. It's currently just clawing at like a layer of stonework. It would seem beneath the ground.
Okay. Whistle is going to take out a one of her oil flasks
Oh my god. Arson.
and kind of make a small trail of it, like
my
kind of
God.
drip it down and
And it's gonna burn it
a
alive.
little bit out of the hole, and
Dripping it down.
then take a match or
Flint and
something
steel.
of
Yeah.
the equivalent her hooded lantern.
As you
or
strike
something.
it, the flame fires off as the oil ignites, and zombie suddenly gives like a sharp spins the face of fire as it ignites. I'm just gonna mark it as dead. It has no way to escape as it burns in the pit.
She would back up appropriately away from the fire behind this gravestone.
Yeah, it's an awful stench of burning flesh fills the air.
She would kind of out of view of the other creature, other skeletons and zombies. She would, while crouched, kind of do a wave amidst the shadow of cast by the fire behind her towards the others, kind of signaling that that one was taken care of. And then she would slink back into the shadows.
Right. As you approach the other pit. Again, similar story as you glance down. You see about 10 to 11 feet down, the three undead are currently digging out what appears to be a set of stonework, stone bricks. But this time you can see what appears to be like a hatch that they are uncovering,
Okay.
roughly where the X is. A doorway built into the stonework, long buried.
That's weird.
Is it wood?
It is stone.
It is stone hatch. Okay. The lovely little Keiku kind of slinks under this like little stone wall here, and just begins crafting something. This might take her a few minutes. I'm going to. Is there a way I can whisper DM on here?
Yes, you can go to, in the bottom right where it says public role, change that to private
Yeah.
GM role. And I believe that'll also
Okay,
hide your
and I
messages.
just type.
Or you can slash whisper and then type in my username. And then type your message.
Do a test one if you're gonna do private GM roll and just say like
Yeah.
balls.
Do you see that?
Yeah, we saw that.
Like a ball.
Alright, go slash whisper and then type in my username, which is in the bottom left. And then type in the message. to adjust one as well, just to make sure. Yep, I see that. It's got the highlight, so it's private.
So what have y'all managed to get yourselves into?
These nuts in your mouth.
Hi, Sarah.
Okay.
Got him.
I'll say, because an hour has passed, Sarah,
Yes.
or should I say Miss Indiana,
Oh my god.
I
Yeah?
fucking nut.
if you log into the pantry. As you are in town, if you want to,
What?
I will not repeat the full description. You can go back on the stream if you want to hear the full lore description intro I did. Trying to keep the pace going here. But you're in the town of Abport for whatever reason, shipwrecked or what have you. Unable to find a way back to whatever business you may have elsewhere. Following whatever leads you might, you found a bulletin board for an undead outbreak in the local graveyard, posted at the tavern. Having inquired further, as it had enough gold to sort your travel home, about 60 to 70 gold for completion, and extra if you managed to find the source of the outbreak. Having inquired at the tavern keeper, you put your name down for the job and made your way over. And that is how you rejoined with the party here. As you...
Oh, I'm more than fine with waiting until next session to.
Nah,
do
you're here.
character stuff and all that.
This is the intended way for you to rejoin. Is you're part of the second wave. Don't worry.
Okay.
Because we have another player who's going to be joining in a similar manner next session.
Mm.
As you wander through the graveyard, through the heavy fog bank that has surrounded this area, you come across just a bit of fire actually springing up in the fog ahead. As you walk forward, you find a group of individuals currently keeping low, looking towards your right, where you can see a pit about 10 feet down in the ground. And beyond that, another pit, which is currently burning, the scent of burning flesh in the air. To your left, you see piles of bones and a couple zombies lying on the ground.
Ugh.
The rest of you also notice this individual. If you'd like to describe your character real quick.
Well, she is a simply dressed blue tiefling with brunette hair, blue eyes, dark sclera, with a rather nice hat, a simple utilitarian shirt and pantaloons. Nothing out of the ordinary. The average inclined sword at her side. She looks down at this sight and says, "Well, quite a fine mess I've stumbled upon."
Thanks.
The kind of taller furbolg that's looking over at the two people hiding, just kind of or not hiding, but trying to sneak forward, just kind of gestures and is like.
And as you say that, you suddenly hear a sound of an impact to the side. As you glance back, you see a sudden ignition of flame in the pit, as your feathered friend has just made and then thrown a Molotov cocktail.
Oh my god.
I see.
And as quickly as that happens, the furbolg just looks over and looks back, and just a hand goes to her forehead.
And then Whistle pulls out her hooded lantern, it having been lit, kind of raises it into the air, and then she kind of swings one of her other hands over as a wave.
Alright, I'll quickly give a light source on your token. Oh fuck.
Oh, flashbang.
Oh,
Think fast, chuckle.
There you go.
oh.
Think fast, Chuckle Nut.
There you go.
I'm gonna go next to Whistle and pat him on the back. See, you're useful. Aww.
useful.
But as you step up and look down the pit, you also see the hatchway, currently on fire, but the fire's slowly dimming. As the two skeletons and zombie are kind of just lying in the fire, being unable to escape the flames.
Ba, 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 ba. Okay, that won't work actually. That would make the situation worse. Prestidigitation would not help. Getting wind involved would just make the fire worse.
1 second. I'll be right back.
The fire is dimming, however, it will go out in a couple minutes.
I'm gonna look over to the. So did the half elf already introduce themselves?
No,
Nope.
they remain quiet,
So I'm gonna-
quiet over the course of the rest, keeping to themselves.
I'm gonna look over to them and ask, what is your name?
Nalia.
Nalia. What do you know about this job?
Pauses for a second. No more than the rest of you, I suppose. If you wish to press that, roll insight.
Yeah, I'm gonna roll.
I was gonna
insight.
press. I was gonna squint hard.
11.
Not really picking up anything off of them.
May I squint
Yes.
hard?
Yes, as you stood next to this conversation. You, Whistle, with a 22, do get the hint that they're holding some information back. You sense, like, you see that as, like, the pause, the eyes flip to the side for a second, and then the eyes snap back and they respond with a negative. There's a lie in there. They might know something more that they're not letting on. And they're taking this job well before you.
Hold.
Their eyes again cast down to the hatchway, squinting slightly, shielding their eyes slightly from the fire. I think we found our source.
Would approach a little bit, kind of like
Getting their biz.
looking, gets in front of the hole, kind of look in front of her gaze, and looks up at her, like squinting. Just like,
Can I help you?
she lifts her left hand, the free hand, and points at her, saying,
Hide.
Tilts their head slightly.
You hide.
I am not hiding. I am stood perfectly still, thank you. Sighing slightly, they try to step past you, trying to get closer to the pit.
she like kind of shimmies over again. Just like,
Okay.
Truth.
she points again.
Truth.
Their eyes narrow slightly.
Hiding the truth?
Well, yes.
They look past you again, look at you. I might know something about this, but not much. Not about the undead. None of that. Related to that. Looks past you at the pits.
Paul.
They like eye snapped you.
No.
Where?
Something about the pit.
It's not much. It pauses for a second.
Squint.
Roll insight. For 13, it's hard to really get insight on them, but you do get the vague idea that whatever it is, they're obviously being truthful in that whatever it is, it's not something big to go off of. It's like maybe a small piece of information, but it holds some importance to them.
Might help. Help me not be useless.
If you want to help, I won't stop you, but there's something in there I want.
That is.
I can't say now, I don't know if it's even there. But if it is... Give a slight, like, top of the head. Anything else is yours, but there's one thing I want in there. If it is there.
Reasonable.
Say it again, sir.
Reasonable.
Give a nod. And if I'm
She
not
would
mistaken,
step
this
out
is
of the
probably
way.
also the source of this outbreak. So you probably get that extra payment.
Yep.
At this point, the fires have dimmed down, and Nalia skids down the side of the pit. Step forward towards the hatch, crashing down next to it.
Join them in the pit.
Right. How many of you lot are joining me?
Oh.
Well, given that this kind of thing is pretty much my job,
Alright. At this point, they leave it. You see them leave the hand under the doorway. The other hand goes behind their back, reaches into a pouch, and pulls out a small blue crystal. And they hold for a second. Fits in the palm of their hand. Set it on the base of the door, and you see a sudden a click in some mechanism within, and the hatch falls away, straight down, and then slams into the a set of stairs below, creating a slight downward ramp. As they put the crystal back in their in a back pouch.
know a little bit indeed.
Don't ask too many questions, please.
Shiny.
And as you begin to venture into the darkness below, that will be the end of tonight's session.
Oh,
Let's go.
Let's go.
As I will now populate the
Balls.
NPC section.
No one died. Way.
Agenda allies. Let's go.
Way.
There we go.
I can't wait till we get enough sessions in where we can just make memes out of these characters. I mean, we already can.
It's been shown that
Can't aim for shit.
yeah, I mean,
Alright.
there we go. Oh, that's a bit too small. There we go. Balls. Surprisingly, it was
And I will say, at the beginning
fun
of
to play the pink.
at the beginning of next session, Silent, your character will be introduced as you'll be coming in, like just as they're starting to go down. and you'll like catch them just before they head in. That's when
Alright.
you'll be introduced.
Okay.
Let's go.
I hope you had fun observing this session as you wanted.
I finished my tortilla chips at like the perfect time.
Yeah.
Like as the session ended, my chips were gone.
Nice. I have not touched my muffins because I have been too busy DMing.
As in the wise words of Brennan Lee Mulligan, I wish I had another mouth on my back because unfortunately the place where food goes is also where my voice comes from.
Alright. And with that, I'm going to call the stream.
Yay!
Wow, what
Thanks
are you
everybody
going to
who
call
stopped
them?
by. Thanks everybody who stopped by. We're going to be back hopefully next week with session 2 of this lovely, lovely game. Thank you all so much for tuning in. I'll see you all next time. I'm actually gonna fucking raid someone. Let's see.